All right, everyone. We had some technical difficulties. We just got dropped from our live stream because someone accidentally hit the end broadcast button. So, oh shoot. All right, let's go ahead and bring people back in. Give us about a second, okay? In the meantime, we're gonna play. Hold on for a minute. Let me see if we can round people back up again. Oh boy. Okay, this will probably be the last time I have like moderators with admin positions though. So let me change this real quick. Yes, we are back. So hold on for just 1 second. This is what I hate about StreamYard, man. Like it's cool to have hold on for a second. What happened? Let me see. She is gonna be co-host. Co-host. Don't worry, everybody. We're about to start it back up again. Yeah, it was getting good. Yeah, it was getting good. And it's still gonna continue on. So give me about a second. All right, all right. Okay, everybody. Hold on.
Hold on, I'm sending it out. I'm sending it out.
Okay. The suspense is killing me. All right, so this is what happened, everybody, right? When QB cut out, when you're on your cell phone, unfortunately, it's a little different. StreamYard is really stupid when it comes to certain buttons. So there's a button that's similar that says leave studio. At the same time, when you're on your mobile phone, the end broadcast button is right on the same spot as leave studio. I've done that before. Dom has done that before.
Yeah.
QB has done this tonight. So I'm gonna just make sure that look, when people come in, right, and usually they have the admin control, make it as the co-host so that way there's no accidental. So yes, this is part one, bro, part two of you know what. So let me go ahead and do this real quick. Hmm. All right, everybody. You know, we had our little technical difficulties, but we're gonna bring it back together. So
Bolo, please come back. That's all I got to say. Please, I beg you. Please
I'm,
come back.
I'm right here. I'm here. I'm here with you.
No, I'm talking about like come back again
Oh
on other
yeah.
days.
When they send me the link, I'll pop in when I can.
Good,
Thank you.
good, good.
right, right. All right, hang tight, everybody. Yes, we are back. Thank you for everybody for tuning back in. Okay, let me go ahead and then send this to Carol Long.
Man, that's the longest track on the planet, man.
Which track you talking about, Bolo?
That song has playing in the background. That thing never stops.
Yeah, it's part of
Oh yeah.
StreamYard. Yeah, that's StreamYard music. So
I forgot StreamYard had music now. I forgot.
mm-hmm.
Wow. Look at that.
Yeah, come a long way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A long way.
All right, everybody, get the likes up for this one if you may, please. All right.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna get back to it real soon. So
Hey, where's everybody at? They didn't get the link?
I'm sending it right now.
M3 selling it right now to the people.
It was such a good conversation. It really was. It really was.
It got heated a little bit.
There was some, you know what? No, Bolo, you know what? I appreciate you. I do. I appreciate you. You have no idea. I'm just saying.
Why do you say
Be nice.
It was a really good conversation. It really, really was. You know, it's great when there's great dialogue between, you know, people that are on the panel. So that's all I can say.
I think a lot of the times people just listen to respond instead of listening to hear. And there's not a lot of active listening between conversations.
A lot of people do that.
Yeah, a lot of people do that. They just, they just want to respond. They already have their answers set up. Even when, intellectual soapboxing asked me a question, I already set up. So I'm not really listening to him to give him what he needs. I'm just giving him something that I already have prepared. When every answer that we should give to somebody should be tailor-made for that person.
Mm-hmm.
It goes to show how lazy we've become in relationships. Whether it's
you good.
It goes to show you how lazy we are. We just give any type of answer, not really listening to what the person is saying, so that we can tailor make our answer for that person. So, and it can be the same situation. I can be saying the same thing to you that I'm saying to M3. But the way M3 receives things may not be the same way you receive it. So for me being a teacher, I have to be able to reach the person that I'm having a conversation with. So I have to know something about them. I have to have conversations with them to know where they're at. So should I give them milk or should I give them meat? But when you just blanket make a statement of saying all women, my response is going to be, do you know all women? Now it sounds stupid, but it's not a stupid statement if you're making, if you're making a stupid statement. So if I say all men are crackheads, it's not wrong if someone says, so Bolo, have you met all men? My answer better be, yeah, I met all men. It should be that. Or if I say, no, I haven't, your question is going to be, how can you say all men are crackheads? That's why I made that statement. All Darryls are light skinned. So your question to me is going to be, have you met all Darryls? I'm going to say, no. So then how do you say that?
I think when you create the narrative in your head of absolute thinking, that's really, when you use that language, that's really how you start to think. And so then you project that thinking, because how do we move? We move by our thoughts. If we allow our thoughts to consume us, we start believing it.
Absolutely.
We start moving in it. So when you live in absolute and that's your language, that's the way you think. But so if that's how you think, that's how you move, that's how you perceive life. And I think it's very destructive, and it blocks you. It blocks you from actually really living life, because you have categorized everybody to be this way. And it's very offensive. It's very offensive to me as a woman to say all women are emotional. I know some women that are so even keeled. I'm very emotional. I will admit that. But all women aren't emotional. There are some men who are very emotional.
Well, absolute thinking is a defense mechanism.
Of course.
That's what absolute thinking is. So, we have to understand where it comes from. That's why, I said that there's something going on. I don't know what it is. Sometimes you can hear it. Sometimes some people are more transparent than others. Like my brother Razik, you can see it, right? And the beauty in Razik is he doesn't hide it. He tells you what it is. In humility, he'll tell you, this is my issue. That you wish to be
Hey,
with.
well, look,
Yes,
let
sir.
me add on to that too. And my fault, I ain't mean to cut, saying,
No, go ahead, baby.
but I just wanted to say, like, I think like that's been one of my strong points
Right.
in my curse as well, is the fact that I'm transparent enough, what I'm saying, and I think I'm more transparent than most, which is why another reason why I relate so much to Anton, because I pride myself on not being able to have anything to hide. Like, there are no skeletons in my closet. Like, me and my homies, like, and I tell your dudes all the time, like, my record is I'm talking about, like, um what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna say perfect, but it's like, can't nobody expose me on no fuck shit ever.
Right.
Like, ever. Ain't no snitch, ain't no bitch, ain't no faggot, homo shit ever, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Ever. Like, and I
Wait,
know that
real quick. We can't, unfortunately, YouTube is a
on my
bitch,
fault.
so we can't use the faggot word, the F word.
My fault, bro. Damn. Yo, my fault. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, all of that rainbow type, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Joint, like, you know what I'm saying? Because I done seen it. You know what I'm saying? Like, being behind the wall, where dudes would go to like the VI room and you know what I'm saying? They would be on their wives or girlfriends, and then you know what I'm saying? Then they'd be back in the shower, you know what I'm saying, sucking off. Like, I'm like, yo, these niggas is wild. like real life.
What's
You know what
beautiful? Let me tell you what's beautiful about you, brother. That in 1 minute you can say that I don't know what love is. You know what I'm saying? Because of the life, because of how I was brought up, I had to numb myself. But in the same breath, a few minutes later to 45 minutes later, you can say, I want a woman that I can sit there and confide in. I want a woman that I can hold. See, that is workable because you're being honest with yourself. When you build up that absolute world, nothing gets through. And this is what happens when a lot of men and women build up that wall. That same wall that protects you from pain protects you from love. And there's nothing like it, bro. There's nothing like knowing this woman is going to ride or die with you no matter where you go. She's going to follow you to the depths of hell if she needs to. Not that you would lead her there, but just in the cliche. There's nothing like that. Nothing. You know what I'm saying? So by you being open and saying, you know what, you're workable, you're malleable, someone can talk to you and be like, okay, let's find out where things went left and try to make them right. Now, again, every chapter that's closed isn't going to be a happy chapter, but it allows you to move on. Right now, the grown-up Razik is dealing with the emotional child Razik, if that makes sense. Your trauma started from you. So you've never emotionally matured. And being emotional doesn't mean that, you cry when you see a butterfly pass by. I hate when cats think that. We keep thinking that men are not supposed to have emotion. Where do we get this from? How do you think I'm supposed to connect with the brothers? How do you think I connect with my brother? Through emotion. It doesn't mean that I'm emotional, but it means for me to connect with you, I have to have emotion. That's the vibration we rock.
Well, I'm gonna say, like, when I particularly listen to, you know what I'm saying, you talk, like, I don't hear emotion in your voice. Like, I'm picking apart, like, the knowledge and the wisdom that is actually being conveyed. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
that's what I hear, and that's how I interpret, the science of life.
But
You know what
that's
I'm
a
saying?
problem.
So,
That's a problem, Razik. I'm going to tell you why. Let me tell you why it's a problem. I have a friend of mine who was just recently put into a wheelchair. Okay, just recently put into a wheelchair, and I was talking to him, counseling him, giving him advice. And although he knew that I was coming from a place of love, I felt that he was being disrespected. Like he was being the advice that I was giving to him, it was disrespectful. So me being me, I put myself in a wheelchair for 2 hours. I sat in a wheelchair for 2 hours. It gave me a whole total different outlook. And the next day, the advice that I gave him wasn't coming from my perspective, it was coming from his perspective. And a lot of the times, that's what we do. When we're talking about emotion, you have to have empathy and sympathy. Because it's like if a woman walks up to Razik and she has a nail, and a therapist gave me this example, and she has a nail in her neck, in her forehead, and she's telling Razik what the issues are. The main thing you're going to be looking at is that nail in her forehead, right or left?
right.
Okay. You're not listening to what her problems are. You're actually looking at this, you're looking at the nail. But she's telling Razik what her problem is. So we typically think that when that person comes to us all broken and disheveled, what we're seeing is actually the problem. But we don't understand that that's a symptom of the deeper sickness. That's what we don't understand. When you take that nail out of her head, she's still going to be sick. This is why doctors ask you what hurts. Stick out your tongue. Oh, does this hurt when I touch here? Whatever. It's because he's trying to get a direction to what the actual sickness is. Your body gives off symptoms. And through those symptoms, it leads, right? So if you want to kill a tree, you don't kill the branch, you go for the root. And that's the issue. So you have to be patient with each other to find out where the root is. A person that suffers with depression, a person that's sad knows why they're sad. I'm sad because, Intellectual Soapbox and M3 was supposed to send me that link and they didn't send it to me. So I'm upset. I'm pissed off. So I know why I'm upset. A person that's depressed don't know.
My bad.
Because they put so much on top of it, they don't know. And it's not that they're being decisive. They don't know. So when you're dealing with someone that has depression, you need to be extremely patient with them. Extremely. Because they may say it was this branch in that branch, when really it's the root. See, fortunately for you, you know where it started. That is what's so awesome about you. You know where it started. So a lot of the therapy that you would have to go through is already done. You know where it started. Now we got to shuffle through it and kind of compartmentalize it and put it where it needs to be so that we can get the young Razik caught up to the older Razik. So what's in your head makes sense with what's in the streets. Does that make sense?
Hey, look, let me add on something, right? Yeah, because you kind of brought up something, it kind of like had me thinking. I hope I don't have too much background noise, what I'm saying, going on. All right, all right. So look, right. I remember when I was in school, right? I think I was, like maybe like third or fourth, grade, whatever. And I was born with a cleft lip, with a little slight stutter, whatever. So the girls in school, used to always joke and laugh, like, look at his nose, whatever, And my father always told me, he was like, yo, no matter what, you never hit a girl, right? So the joking became so bad to where, when I got into like high school, I stopped going, right? But because of what the girls were doing, the dudes would then piggyback and then start to joke, right? So that's what like kind of like had me fighting a lot. And because I couldn't fight, the girls, I would fight the dudes. Then I just became violent as a result. So I would go around saying SMD and I'm saying, you niggas is bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? And then, it just kind of like evolved into something else. And like, I think Truth has said, like, he became a monster in a sense. And I can relate because I again evolved into something like that. You know what I mean? But going back to like knowledge of self, like that's what kind of helped me calm down and to be a rational human being, meaning like to think first and then act. You know what I'm saying? Well, I hope that kind of like gives you a little bit more like in depth. You know what I'm saying, of how I am, and then like when you multiply that on top of what my mom did, and you know what I mean, um everything else. You know what I'm saying? After that, but
let me say this to you, Rossi. See, when we're children, babies, right? We have nothing. We don't know what's going on, right? We're new to this world. Your self-esteem is built off of how your parents treat you. So they treat you lovingly. They create this environment around you. And you sit there and say, damn, I must be important because of the way they treat me. Those are the building blocks for your self-esteem. Then you start to get to know who you are as a man, as a young man. Then there's cognitive milestones that you need to reach between the ages of 3 and 5. The human brain usually, most of the time, does not finish developing until the age of 28. So a lot of the times we ask people to do things that physically they may not be capable of doing. You are robbed of the building blocks that would teach you self-esteem. Right? So what happens is, what we do is we put up this protective shield where I'm not going to feel nothing. You know why? Because you weren't given the tools to be able to decisively understand emotionally what you're dealing with. You didn't have emotional education to understand, because as a child you didn't have that. Your mother was saying what she was saying to you. What was your relationship like with your father?
Me and my dad don't really have a relationship. Like, I mean, at times like if we do talk, but like my dad is like a you know like a church goer like a whole lot. So he's like heavy into the church, and ever since I embraced Islam, like me and him be going back and forth on different stuff, and like I think like my father has a lot of animosity uh and is jealous of me, of how I'm able to learn, what I'm saying, read, educate myself and kind of be, self um um what I mean? Like I ain't gonna say it's like self absorbed, but just self aware to the point that where he's kinda like embarrassed that, of his own son in a way. So like yeah, I mean yeah, we do talk, but we can't stay on the phone for like long. Like maybe like about 10 minutes if that before like go ahead, I'm sorry, go ahead.
When did the dysfunction with your dad start? How long ago?
Um I would say when my parents got divorced, like at the age of probably when I was like about 10.
There's a lot, bro. There's a lot. How can I ask a young man to be a man when he hasn't seen it? See, being a man is not something that you can just tell someone to be. It's something that he has to see. It's something that he has to feel. It's something that he has to taste. He has to embrace it. He has to actually be in the environment of it. It's hard to ask someone to be something that they haven't seen in their face. It's hard. This is why you're afraid. And I'm using that word strategically. I'm putting it in there. You're afraid to open up. Because I know the heaviest hit, and I'm sure you do too, know some dudes in the streets that are open with their feelings, but you know not to cross them you know not to cross them. What does that say about them? You know, when we choose, we have to understand that the people you choose to keep around. You ever heard that saying? If you hang out with 11 broke people, sooner or later you become the 12th. You ever heard that saying?
Yeah.
Right. So the people that you keep around you, not only your wife or your husband, but the people that you have around you, that relationship can tank you too. It can either help you or it can sink you. So this is why it's you have to be mindful about the people that pour into you. Right? So when you have people that are saying all women, all, there's no room in there to say some, all women don't care. Does that even make sense? Does that even make sense?
I mean, it don't, but as like a caveat to everything.
You can
You
say
know,
don't. You can say some. Leave room in there for balance.
yeah, but I don't think I don't think I've ever said like, yo,
I'm not
all
saying you. No, I'm not saying you.
my fault. Okay.
DJ, when he said all, his problem with my statement was when he said all, my question was, did you meet all women? Oh, how you gonna ask me that question? That's a stupid question. It's a question to a stupid statement. You said all women. So my question will be, have you met all women? Now, if you say yes, I'm not gonna believe you, but at least you win. You know what I'm saying?
Bull, I know you don't mean no harm, but DJ is not here to clarify a statement. Let's not go. Let's not take any words to him because he's not here. You know what I'm saying? And we don't want to call anybody. No, you good, but we won't call anybody questions or statements stupid. Everybody has their perspectives, and it's all good, man. It's all good.
Gotcha.
You know, but you can keep building though.
Thank you, brother. So the point that I'm trying to make to you, Razik, is be mindful of the people you align yourself with. Be mindful of the people that you allow to pour into you. Be mindful of that because it's very important, man. Because one, you have to make sure that you're emotionally okay, and you're not. By no means of the word are you okay. You are far from it. Do you understand what I'm saying when I say that?
Sort of.
And okay, so let me explain. You're functional, right? You're functional. You know, you go through day-to-day life. You make things happen. You know how to produce. You know how to get things, but you have a problem with trust. You have a problem with your emotions when it comes to a woman. You said, and I'm only going off what you said, and correct me.
Oh no, you right.
Yeah, you said, right. I wish I can open up to a woman. I wish I can be able to trust a woman like that. I wish. Now, I'm not saying all women are good. Damn it, I'm not going to tell you all men are good. There's a lot of women that are bad, the same way there's a lot of men that are bad. Now, the numbers don't lie. There are more women bad than men because there are more women than men. So when people try to say there are more women that's bad than men, that's because there's more women that are bad. There's more women than men. So the numbers don't lie. So what you're doing is being disingenuous by saying more women. The point is, going off what you're saying, this is something you want. You want to be able to love a woman. You want to be able to trust a woman. But the one woman that was supposed to love you, the one woman that you were supposed to be in love with first, the one woman that was supposed to protect you, guide you, hold you, didn't do that. And we all know.
Wait a minute. I got somebody in my back. Wait a minute. Wait, hold on. I'm looking. Nah, this can't be who I think it is. Can't be who I think it is. I think it is. Is that? I think I do know who that is. Hold on. Let me open the door for her real quick. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Let me open the door for the sister real quick. Let me let in Sister Janae. Hey, Janae. Good to see you.
Hello. Hi, guys.
What's going on? Hey.
Oh, I don't know if you guys can hear me. I don't think I can hear you guys too well.
We can hear you.
Oh, how you guys doing?
We're doing good. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Thank
Oh, hey,
you.
Janae.
I think I'm gonna connect to my Bluetooth. Oh wait, I don't wrong purse. Okay, never mind. Okay, what's up, guys? What are you guys talking about today?
Yeah, first, I should fix your camera. There you go. Well, welcome back, Janae. You know?
Janae!
Yay! What's up? I can barely hear you guys.
Now, for those who don't know, Janae was on like the very, very early shows that we had on Non Relationship, probably like episode 1 through like 10.
Yeah, she was the first lady.
all right, there's only one first
She
lady.
was the first.
Original.
No, she was the. You know what?
Yeah,
I'm not stepping on any toes.
Okay.
I was in the beginning, but Tammy is the first lady. I'm okay with that. I'm not tripping.
Okay.
No worries.
It's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
Well, anyways, Janae, like today, well, look, tonight is Janae's birthday, everyone, right? I forgot how old she
happy
is,
birthday,
though, but
happy
it's
birthday.
literally tonight.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
birthday.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
So Janae, right? You know, she came up here, right? Because you know, her and her friends kind of like, you know, disagree on DJ Eddie's statement when he says that all women that don't care about each other, and you know, because she's up here, right?
But was you there? But was you there?
Wait, what? You guys are so mean. Well, so what was the topic about? Because I believe it was in regards to men. Are men allowed to cry?
Yeah.
Was that the question? In my honest, most humblest opinion, I think men are allowed to broadcast. I broadcast all many different emotions. I know society is a lot of times they're pressured to be strong, don't show any emotions, but I enjoy men who are in tune with their emotions. Of course, I don't want an overly emotional man, but if I'm looking for a partner, I want a partner that can communicate and then that's fluent in the whole scale of emotions. A man that's able to express when he's upset with me, when he might be upset with life or he wants to cry. I accept that. I appreciate that because that lets me know that my partner is not only able to communicate properly, but he's able to feel comfortable with me, that he knows it's a safe place.
That's why angry sex is the best makeup sex.
Huh? Wait, what did you say?
That's why angry sex is the best makeup sex.
Wait, what? Y'all talking about sex? I thought y'all was talking about crying.
No, I'm just saying that's a solution.
I hear y'all.
That's the solution. That's just Janae. That's the solution.
I think makeup sex. Wait, let me talk because I don't know if you guys can hear me. I think makeup sex is great. That's an added thing. But I also believe it's other forms of communicating, like verbally communicating, is good as well, because just sex itself doesn't necessarily resolve the issue. It's fun. It's exciting.
Well, we could talk right after or before.
I can't hear you, huh?
Wait, hold on.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Wait,
hold
no,
on,
yeah,
hold
I
on.
think, huh?
No, go ahead, Janae.
Yeah, I think both. I think just going, because I know some people, like I've dated someone who I really communicating. So when something with that, like you want to like, hey babe, let's talk about so we can grow, we can learn from that. This person would rather like, okay, let me feed you some food or let me have sex with you and everything should be good. But it doesn't necessarily resolve the root of the issue. I think with any good relationship, you need both. Communication, of course, and then the physical, the sex and all that, that's perfect, right? But you can't have one without the other, right? You got to make sure not only is the mental being stimulated, but of course the physical is being stimulated as well. But yeah, I don't know if you guys can hear me, or I don't know.
I can hear you.
Oh, someone just texted me.
Yeah, okay.
Hello?
Okay.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes.
Oh, I got disconnected.
No, we hear you.
Oh yeah, I don't know what happened.
Yo, you know we're going.
We can hear you.
Okay. Okay.
Well, I'm just saying you can have a conversation, then the makeup bang bang, and then the sandwich after, you know?
Where's my sound at?
Well, why you gotta do that to me, the rookie?
Well, that's more for Janae, right? You know, that's a disclaimer. She had one too many drinks or whatever, right? But it's good because tonight is her birthday, and you know she is a returning person. We haven't seen her for like almost like a year or so. So yes, shout out to almost 2 years.
Almost 2 years.
I guess so. Well, shout out to Janae. So thank you for Janae for tuning in. You're always welcome to come back, anytime. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, we clipping that shit.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Definitely.
Not without my consent, respectfully. You better give me a coffee mug. You better give me some coffee mugs. I don't give a shit, y'all. Y'all ain't shit, man. Y'all ain't shit.
Watch your mouth.
Respectfully, from the bottom of my heart. My bad.
Queen, welcome back. And First Lady Tammy. Are you here, First Lady Tammy? I know I just came back, so I wasn't for sure. Is First Lady Tammy here? First Lady Tammy? Okay, I guess she stepped out. Anyways, carry on, everyone.
So what I was saying to you, Razik, is this. The woman that was supposed to love you and be there for you wasn't. And we all know that the first woman that he falls in love with is his mother. Same as a daughter, the first man that she falls in love with is her father. That image is who you measure every woman up against. That image, or not. Or you can just shut that emotion down and just move the way you've been moving. But I look forward to talking with you offline and building with you. I really do.
Yeah. Likewise, G. And again, man, I've been listening to you talk for a while ever since Anytime, man. I've been rocking with Anytime for like a year, so I know it's like you always be jumping on his live, so you know what I mean. But yeah, man, I just I definitely appreciate the reach out. And yeah, man, it's a journey, you know what I'm saying.
It's definitely not a sprint. You're right. Absolutely, you're right.
Right.
You got a person to walk with you in that journey, brother. Now, you're my brother, and I walk right with you, side by side, my G.
For sure. Hey, look, I do want to ask you this. Are you from New York?
Flatbush, Brooklyn, baby.
Yeah, Brownsville, Brooklyn here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Stand up, baby.
All y'all from New York?
Yeah, not everybody.
A lot of us from the west side. Some people up here from the east side.
West Coast is the best coast.
Hey, let's go. Hey.
No, we're not gonna do that. 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 Hey, hold on. No. I heard you say that one time, Queen. I heard you say that one time.
I have to agree, though.
You said that one time.
Cali is dope.
You said that
one time.
I said West Coast is the best coast.
No. You didn't say that.
Cali is dope. Hey, look.
You said the east side is the best place ever. You didn't say that?
I love my city, so
so why can we say that? That's what I'm saying. Why can we say that?
I didn't say you.
Cali is dope, yo.
I didn't say you dope.
Okay, real quick, everybody, real quick.
Is the city that never sleeps.
Okay, everybody. Okay, let's slow down real quick, right? Because now you got the people in the chat talking about. Look, we ain't trying to have the people in the chat talk about West Side, East Side, all this other side. All right.
Listen. I love the East Coast too, man. Don't get me wrong.
Yes, all respect and love to the East Coast as well.
Yeah.
Hey, look, I'm sorry, bro. Ever since I've been out the Cali, bro, there ain't no place like Cali, fam. I'm sorry.
Hey.
I'm biased now, bro.
You can have that.
Hey.
By your grace. Grace.
Yes. Let's go.
You can have that.
Hey, look, isn't Cali known for 4 W's? I think it's women, weather, weed, and water.
I don't know about all that, but yeah, weather, yes.
The best weather.
What about the other
three? Same weather in Florida.
What about the other 3 though?
I'm a woman. I don't look at other women, so I don't know about all that. I don't smoke weed.
He talking.
I don't know about all that.
No, he talking. He talking to me, Queen.
Let him then answer.
Yeah, Queen.
I mean, it was a man's view. I was just saying, look, women, weather, weed, and water.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, that's right.
You know, it don't get no better than that.
Right, exactly. Right.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let's move this forward. We're doing this East-West stuff. Let's move on, y'all. Let's go.
That's a whole another subject.
Oh, okay. Anyways, let's get back. Let's get back to the main topic. Shit, I might as well take off the 50-50 thing, man, because we went. Yo, we got really deep as far as like the men emotions or whatever.
I got a question. You said what 50-50 as a saying, like what, go half of everything or just half on what, just the bills or materialistic things? Like what?
Actually, that is a good question though. But see, here's the thing. Let me say this though. Everybody talks about the equality stuff, but only when it benefits for them. So maybe their equality, okay, is that like, yeah, you know, we'll go half as far as like, you know, I'll give you half of the sex, and then you give me half of the utility bills, the lunch, the dinner, you know what I mean? The private, you know, trips to Cancun, all this other good stuff. But maybe that's more women thinking.
Mm-hmm. Here you go with this bull BS.
We're just having a conversation, Queen. You know, this is something that you can't really.
Ladies and gentlemen, this conversation is about to take a turn.
No, it ain't.
Queen.
Okay, I reversed that back by my phrase.
Question?
I said I want to ask a question.
Go ahead.
Do you think men should pay all the bills?
No.
No? Okay.
No, I don't believe in that.
Okay.
Unless he wants me at home with all the kids, then if he doesn't want me to work, then yes. But if I'm in my career, hell no. Because I want to work. I never want to be a stay-at-home mom. I don't believe in that. I love what I do. I actually want to work hard enough where he can choose to go after his dream, and he ain't got to work for nobody. He worked for himself. That's always been my
Shout out to Denzel.
Wait.
That's a lot. That's
okay. Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Bess, I'm gonna get to you in just a second. So then, why is it that modern men and women both will say that's weak when a man only pays half of the bills and not all of the bills? That's where I get confused at. But go ahead, Mr. Bess.
I think we.
Kevin Samuel said it the best.
I think the problem is this. Hold on. But I think even Kevin Samuels, I think even and Garvis, I think even what he was saying was I understand the message, but I don't think it was delivered the right way. Like I said, the whole shaming the people and all that was wrong. But I will say this. We gotta stop giving people titles that they don't deserve. Okay? If a female is acting like that, then she's not a woman, she's a female. Stop giving them these titles they don't deserve. That's the problem. That's the problem with us men. We keep giving them the validation and calling them women. They gotta earn that. Read Proverbs 31. They gotta earn that. It's an earned thing. If you ain't earning it, then you don't get it. You know what I mean? If you don't earn the medal, it's not put on your jacket. You got to earn that medal to be a woman. I'm not giving no female no title of a woman unless she earns it. Bottom line.
I agree with you.
And it's the same thing for men. Because let me tell you something. Society makes you earn your title as a man. Since once you turn 18, they make your behind earn that title as a man. You can bet your behind that. You can bet it. And we all know this because we men. Every man in here know once you turn that 18, they make you earn that title as a man, especially as a man of color.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we all know that. So we ain't no cap on that. We know that. You know what I'm saying? But with women, y'all keep giving them the title that they don't deserve.
Thank you, Princess K.
You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
Y'all gotta stop doing that. Y'all gotta stop doing that, man. You know what I mean? The females that you're talking about are females. They're not women. They're little girls who may be at a certain age, and maybe they shouldn't have matured into a woman. But if she's not matured into a woman, then she's just another female. She's just a girl.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
But Bess,
and that's it. Yeah.
I just want to say it. But Bess, there are women who does have their shit together though. There's women who pay their own bills, got their own house, got their own.
No, that's a woman though. That's a woman.
Right. Exactly. But I'm just saying here what I'm about to say. But she may say, well, you pay all the bills. She may want you to pay all the bills.
Yeah, she's not a woman then. She's not a woman then. Because a woman understand the relationship is a relationship is a union. A relationship, she's an adult. There you go, she's an adult, but she's not a woman. She's not a woman. She got to earn that title. If you put expectations on me that you can't fulfill yourself,
right?
Then you're not a woman. And then here's the thing: us men got to stop putting up with these women just because they look good or whatever. We get coochie whipped and finesse, and we start believing the bullshit. I'm sorry I got to say that, but that's just what it is. We believe in the bullshit that they're giving to us, man. That's the problem, Eddie. That's the problem with us men. We got to stop giving these females and these adult females, you know what I'm saying, a title that they don't deserve. If she don't deserve it, don't give her the title. Because here's the thing. If you don't deserve it, she damn sure ain't going to give you the title. You can put any amount of money on that, bro.
Yeah.
If you ain't paying for that first date, if you ain't open up the door a certain way, or if you don't do certain things, or if you don't know how to dress a certain way, if you go to a certain event, she going to automatically judge you, bro. You know what I'm saying? You could be... Hold on, DJ Eddie, you could have came home from work, right? Could have came home from a hard day of work, you sweating, you got a little bit of dirt on you, but you done earned buku money that day, right? You done sweating, and you see a pretty female, you know what I'm saying? You try to talk to her, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, stop vagina worshiping, that's true. You try to talk to her, and she give you the stiff arm.
Right.
She don't even know that you made $500 that day. She don't even know that.
Mm-hmm.
But she judging you off top. You know what I'm saying? Right up top, and then she feels validated, not knowing that she just missed out on her blessing.
Yep. That's why I respectfully believe that we should bring back some shame, at least some.
Some. I agree with you. So that's the thing I'm talking about. M3, we gotta stop giving these females the title of women.
Well, that's why I call them modern day women. Because that's the title that people.
I can't call them women. I call them modern day females. They gotta earn that shit. Because the thing is, listen. If you're not earning the title as a man, they're not gonna call you a man. M3, right. You know that for a fact. They're gonna call you a fuck boy. They're gonna call you a bitch ass nigga. They're gonna call you all these other stuff. I'm being real.
Lane. Yeah.
They're gonna call you lame. I'm being real. I don't mean to curse you. That's just how they talk. That's how they talk. That's what they're gonna say about you. Yeah. They're gonna make you earn your title as a man, even if they gotta insult you. You know what I mean?
Here we go for the tit for tat. Here we go.
I don't understand. What are you talking about tit for tat? I don't understand.
What are you talking about, Queen?
I understand where y'all going with these conversations.
Did I say something wrong?
I understand that.
Did I say something wrong?
I'm just like, okay, cool. Like, why keep having the same conversation? At the end of the day, what are you doing to attract something different? Because it's your fault. It ain't about the other person.
No, Queen, but Queen, I'm just giving a perspective. I'm giving a perspective, Queen. I'm not.
I hear you, but at the end of the day, when the manosphere, whatever, red pill, green, orange pill rage, whatever they call, when y'all talk about men and women, it's always to blame. It's always to put blame on the opposite gender.
Yes, we are, Brittany B. Everybody get a timer.
It's both people's fault.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to Brittany B.
It's both people's fault. You attracting the thoughts that's after the bag, that don't care about you, that call you weak. So why do you keep moving the same way to attract the same thing? It's like you on a hamster wheel. It's called insanity. You doing the same thing, you getting the same result, and you getting frustrated. It's your fault. It's your fault. And no marriage is perfect, no relationship is perfect. But when you come into a relationship, you're coming into it because you are willing to compromise and becomes and think about that other person, especially in a marriage. It's not all about what you want, how you want to lead. It's about also, man, I'm leading this person or I'm following. Do I respect this person enough to follow? Do I respect this person to trust that they got my best interests at heart, even when I don't understand or agree?
No, Queen, I wasn't. I wasn't. Okay.
Oh, no, I'm
wasn't.
I'm not talking about you. I'm just saying that to the divestment community. But I'm not trying to tell it to the whatever divestment community. I'm talking about me and the people that I'm around. I educate young women every day. I work with all ages. And at the end of the day, you walk the way you want to be treated. That's it. That's it. You know, like I don't get it. I don't get how, you know, you say you want a relationship, but then all men do on here, and then I don't understand how half these men on here are married with the views they have. Maybe it's all cap. Maybe they get on here for clout and want to present something that they really not at home. I don't know, but you know, it's a joke. What are you doing? How you want to be treated? Then treat the opposite sex that way. That's it. My parents, both of them worked. They had 6 kids, 2 miscarriages. We traveled. We owned 2 homes, and we had 2 dogs. They both were.
Queen, let me say this. Let me say this. And when we have a backdoor conversation, I always say this too. What you grew up in is an anomaly. It's not for every person. Just like not every person grew up in a bad neighborhood. Not every person grew up in a hood. Some black people grew up in affluent communities. Okay, some grew up in very nice homes. Some were wealthy. Okay, so we can't paint a broad stroke on everything. Your perspective is your perspective based on your experiences, and that's everybody else. But what we're trying to do here when we have this conversation is that we're trying to educate each other and learn from each other. As I always say, we all got a piece of the puzzle. Bolo got a piece, Razik got a piece, and 4 got a piece. First Lady Tammy got a piece, Queen got a piece, you got a piece, Queen, DJ Eddie got a piece, I got a piece, and 3 got a piece. And then we put the puzzle together, we bring our piece, we put the puzzle together, we're able to see everything clearly. You know what I'm saying? We're able to see the whole thing, we're able to see the whole picture. But we're only bringing a piece of each of the puzzle. That's what we're doing. So I'm just giving perspective. I just want to give a quick shout out to Brittany B. You know what I'm saying? And yes, Brittany B. Yeah, I got her. You know what I mean? And yes, Brittany B, the timer is for everyone. The timer is for everyone, not just Bolo. The timer is for everyone. Okay? And she also says, men always fair. Okay. All right.
Well, Brittany B, when you come up, when you come up, like, we want to make sure we give you a timer too. We won't give you 30 seconds per conversation.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to give you a timer.
30 seconds.
And that's called equality.
Give her 2 minutes. Right? Give her 1 minute at least.
Let me make this clear real quick, okay? Look, I know, like, for some of you people, right? Some of these topics may sound repetitive because y'all heard this before, obviously, and obviously some of y'all probably don't get that. But we also have new people that are coming in. That we always gonna have curious minds. We always gonna have people that will need some type of help and some type of level of understanding. So some things that may sound repetitive to some is brand new to like other people. So I just want to just say that. And everybody's talking about all these pills, man. Look, y'all want the rainbow pill? Go get a Skittles. Taste the rainbow. Princess K, don't get me started with the pill.
Watch your sugars.
Yes, watch your sugars as well too. Don't want to get sugar diabetes. It will easily dismantle people, claim all things pill, but can't stand on the ideology. You are welcome to create whatever pill you like. You can use the rainbow pill to define as you wish and to label everything with a rainbow pill. Y'all funny, man. Okay. Stingy with the timer? Okay. Go ahead, y'all.
No, I was just thinking about what Mr. Best was saying. He man, he landed that was, I agree. 100%.
Y'all didn't even give Mr. Best a meow meow meow.
Yeah, you got to give him that. You got to blow the horn on that.
I thought I did.
Blow the horn on that one, man. He deserved that horn.
Yeah, touchdown.
Thank you, family. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm just tired of brothers.
I deserve 2 horns, but I didn't get them. But that's okay. I'll make my own horn.
I got you.
I got it.
I'm just tired of brothers getting played out here, man. That's all I am. I'm just tired of the brothers getting
I'm
played.
tired of it too.
But
I'm
listen,
tired of both parties being played. It ain't a gender thing, but you got to make better choices.
But listen,
I'm tired of men getting played.
listen,
I'm tired of women getting played.
But
Okay,
yeah.
hold on. Okay, now I'm going dark real quick. Stop the show real quick. Matter of fact, cut the goddamn music off real quick.
Cut it off.
All right?
Cut it.
Ain't no
cut
music.
It. Cut it.
There was
Thank
music
you.
playing. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Look. Let me make this very clear. Why is it that anytime when we say something, right? When we talk about us, I don't hear no smoke from none of y'all women in the panel, in the chat. Everyone else talking about like, yeah, man, like, why y'all keep talking about men issues so much? Why y'all putting each other down? What about us? What about equality? But the moment we talk about y'all women, right? Then y'all want to be like, well, you know, I'm tired of this, and I feel like men should do this and that. Y'all always trying to compare yourselves to us. Y'all need to stop doing that.
I told you, I said this earlier. I said they all stick together. That's the girls' club.
Yeah, and they all don't. And look, and they all don't like each other. All right.
Right. Exactly.
I said that.
Exactly. They all right. They all don't like each other, and they all stick together. And that's just what it is. It's a fact.
Don't play yourself.
See, there go the comparison again.
There we go.
There we go. There y'all go.
There's
Gender wars.
the tit for tat. There we go.
Bunch of cavemen. That's all y'all are.
There we go.
Respectful cavemen.
Hey, y'all was in the cave with us. Okay.
No, I ain't.
Y'all was in the cave.
You got to there, Queen. Queen, you got to there. You wasn't in the cave.
Wait a minute. What just happened?
Yo, they was cooking their pterodactyls, bro.
Oh, he dropped the Flintstones reference.
Hold on, y'all. I want to get to Mr. Brother Razik question that he had in the chat. I want to get to that. But Tammy, do you have anything that you would like to say before we keep building?
Wow.
Either Tammy or Bolo. Anybody else?
No, I don't really have a lot to say.
Not to this.
Okay. Bolo, you got anything to say, bro?
No, I'm good.
Not to this.
The sisterhood strikes again. I see you, B-Easy. I see you.
Clowns.
I was just gonna say something real quick, Marion, by your grace.
Oh, go ahead, Marcus.
Go ahead, Marcus.
I was gonna say I'm also tired of kids being used in court for leverage.
Right.
Oh,
right.
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 What'd you say?
Let's talk about
what's
that.
going on right now. We talking to the ones that do got kids, by the way.
I said I'm tired of kids being used as leverage for money, alimony, whatever it is.
I hate that.
I'm tired of that.
Oh yeah.
You know, and I'm tired of the foster care system. If they don't care for kids, maybe we can make some changes to help out the kids too. You know.
You're right about that.
So Marcus, let me ask you a question. Who uses the kids for leverage the most?
Why you gotta put me like in that corner like that?
Now, you put it out there, brother. You put it out there.
Hey, but here's the thing, though.
Okay, I'm gonna answer. I you know, well, respectfully, honestly, you know, from the bottom of my heart, you know, it's.
Yeah, let's go in the middle. Go ahead, Marcus.
You know, yeah.
I'm with you.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like the women. Yeah, like it's the women. You know, because the women usually file for divorce, and the ones that commit it, obviously.
There we go.
And it also depends on the state you live in. Look at your state laws. Hopefully, policies could change on that. If not, you know, whatever the agreement is, you know, I don't know. That right there is tough. It is what it is, though. But hopefully, we can make some changes.
And also on the contract, it doesn't say that I have to cry in front of you. It doesn't say that on the contract.
Here we go with that crying shit again.
It doesn't say that on the contract.
Yeah, because you a man.
You don't say that. Nah, I'm sorry. Nah, I ain't gonna get it started. Go ahead,
a question?
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
And this question is for DJ because
Man, here we go, man.
Hey, DJ, you started. You brought it back.
You got
Oh
so
my
much to say.
goodness, man.
Now you about to get it talking. Go ahead, Mr. Bolo.
My question is this, right? So the women are the ones that go into the court. The women are the ones that use the court system as a whipping tool. Who's the men that are picking these thottish women?
Hold on. Look, wait, Bolo.
Wait, not all the women are thottish though, Bolo. Respectfully, not all the women that married are thottish though.
Exactly, because we know the difference between a thought and a woman. We know the difference.
So
No,
let's
you
take
don't.
this out.
Yeah, we do.
Who's picking these women that are taking them to court and using the system
Exactly.
against
They take us to court.
Who's picking these women, brothers? What I'm asking you.
Hold on. Who's going to court? Me, the men or
I
the women?
said,
Oh, wow.
who's picking the women that are going to court that is using the system against them? Who's picking the women?
You want me to answer that, or you want Mark?
No. I want him to answer it, please. Please,
Mark,
Mr. Bill, I want him to answer that.
Talking about me? You want me to answer?
No, DJ.
DJ, okay.
Hold on.
DJ,
Wait. No, I didn't bring that up. Marcus, you brought that up.
You were hot on it. I'm asking you. These women,
I didn't bring it up. Nope.
but these women that.
But to be fair, Bolo, he didn't bring it up though. It was Marcus that brought it up.
What I'm saying is everything that everyone else said, he cheerleaded for it, right?
Okay.
Even though the points you made were valid, right? But this is the thing: I'm an equal opportunist shooter. I shoot at women just as much as I shoot at men. So I'm not going to jump on the backbone when they're talking about women being off. At the end of the day, you chose that woman and gave the transference of power happens when you get her pregnant. So if you would have vetted that woman better, you wouldn't be in the situation that you're in. So again, look in the mirror.
Well, I'm sure if we
can I give a perspective, Bolo, to that?
If we could see the future, we probably would make
Bolo,
better decisions.
hold on, DJ. Could I give a perspective to that?
Now, Marcus, I don't want you to talk about the exception to the rule.
I'm not talking about exception. I'm talking about real life.
Please go ahead.
Okay, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
So, men that I don't know if you're going to count them as exceptions. They're exceptional men, if they are, because they're from the military. But when they got married and the vows that were made, and the vows were supposed to be sacred, some of these women that, some did vet, some that they did know for years, some that they were friends for years. And then next thing you know, they come back home, either from the war, deployment, or wherever they're stationed. And the woman takes the kids, or maybe leaves the kids, cleans up the bank account, takes the car. And, the man is a decent, good man. And the woman sometimes changes her colors or stripes. What happens there? What's an explanation there that you can maybe...
Okay, my explanation to that is that's the exception, my G. That is not every woman doing that. Now you can huff and puff.
I'm not talking about the exception. I'm just talking about that.
And I'm saying to you, that's the exception. She was a bad woman. She didn't want to wait. Your man went out to fight. Thank him for his service. He didn't want to wait. And she was just a bad apple. Cool. We have bad apples.
But she can pretend to be a good apple.
Got you. So the same way that there are men that pretend to be good apples.
Hold on, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Hold on, let me say this, y'all. Let me say this, y'all. I think. Hold on, Bolo. Let me say this real quick. I just think it's unrealistic, and this is no disrespect to Marcus, because salute to you for serving the armed forces. I just think it's unrealistic for you to be with somebody and they go away for months or maybe years at a time, and you think that person is not going to do anything. Like their life is just going to stop.
I'm not saying that. Mr. I'm saying that.
Let me finish, Marcus. Let me finish. Should she possibly be faithful to him? Yes. Is that reality? Probably no. Okay? And the reason why it's not reality is because in America, people got too many options. There's too much temptation. There's too much things going on. You know what I mean? Now, unless they live in the middle of nowhere and there's no technology, because there are some middle American places in America where there's no technology, there's only one Walmart, and to get Wi-Fi, you got to go to the most local town or whatever. You got places like that in America, okay? You do. But those places are few and far in between. Most places have Wi-Fi, they have internet, they have different things, they have clubs, they have all these social activities. So if you're young, hell, even if you are somewhat older, you've seen all the social stuff going on, you are going to naturally want to be a part of it. It's just humans need interactions with other humans. And another human, especially if they've already experienced sex and intimacy and all that, they're not going to just go without that for months and years at a time. It's just not realistic. It's just not. And most time it just doesn't work out.
But speaking as far as a woman, there are a
Which
lot
is
of.
why in westernized
But look,
civilization, the
Mr.
vows are
Best,
taken as a joke.
but Mr. Best, there's a lot of good women, right? But then just like the job that Marcus or Marcus's friend has, when they go out and do their thing for a job, they come back home. Don't a woman get fed up? But since she understand that is the job that they're doing,
they signed up for.
Yeah, they didn't want to sign up for it. So it's not like we put a gun to these women's head to make them go to court and do that.
Let me answer this question. Let me answer this question.
Wait, Best. Before you answer the question, I'm about to roll out. You guys mind take over for me? DJ Eddie?
Yeah, Mr. Best can be a moderator, and then with Mr. Best leave, I'm gonna be the moderator if he leaves.
Yeah. Well, I gotta take a food break in like 10 minutes, but
I got you.
With that being said, like I just think that I'm not saying that they're bad women. I don't think that they're bad women. You know what I'm saying? I just think that situations happen when you don't have your partner with you and they're gone for months and years at a time. If I'm gone for longer than 6 months, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just leaving my spouse for longer than 6 or 7 months, shit, anything can happen. She's a human being. What is she supposed to do? She's supposed to just wait for me to manifest and come back or just miraculously come back? You know what I'm saying? Even if she knows that I'm at war. You know what I'm saying? My mind said, I always think in reality. And the reality is she's gonna want companionship. Hell, they ask for companionship when they see you every day. They always they say, hey, I could be going for a weekend. You know what I mean? I'll come back and it's like, oh, can you spend time with me? You know what I mean? You haven't seen me, blah, blah, blah. Can you imagine 7 months of that?
Yeah.
Come on, we gotta live in reality. If we live in reality, we gotta see that our partners can only take but so much. But the women also have to be, they have to voice that they can't handle that. You know what I'm saying? And they have to say, you know what? I can't handle you being gone for 7 months. You know what I mean? It's becoming too much. Like it's too much temptation. I need attention. You're not giving me attention because you're gone for 7 months. I feel you. I know that you're in the military, but I need that male companionship, baby. If women did that more, then we would have less cases of what Marcus is talking about, where the men are coming home and they're like, oh, damn, shorty done skipped out on me. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
Can I add to that too, man? A lot of the problems that us men are having with these women, and I'll just make this example, then I got to bounce, right? But I'll let you guys respond because I don't just want to leave after I make a statement. A lot of times if you have there's a difference between, you have two diamonds, one that's worth $10 million and one that's worth 100,000. The only way you're going to know the difference is if you do the math. The only way you're going to know the difference is if you study, right? So then when you do know the worth, you can go out there and demand the value. So us as men, we need to start doing the math on ourselves and what we're worth, so that when we go out there, we can demand our value. And that is in our standards. So when you start talking to these women, it shouldn't be 6 months and you're jumping into wedding. It shouldn't be 7 months and you're jumping into a wedding. It shouldn't be 8 months. You should be talking to this woman for at least a year, vetting this woman out. Because this is the biggest decision next to buying a home that you're going to make for the rest of your life. This is a woman that's going to potentially get half of what you got. That's going to potentially raise your children. So shouldn't you take your time? Too many men are jumping into marrying these chicks. Too many men are jumping into getting these chicks pregnant. And then when the latter happens, when they're taken to court, you know who they blame? They blame the woman. No way do they look in the mirror and says, what did I add to this dysfunction? Did I really check her out? Did I really check or vet her correctly? Now, I'm not saying all situations are that, but most are. A lot of us jump. We use sight instead of using vision. We see that she got a fat behind. We see that she says one or two things. We ask 2 or 3 questions, and we wife them.
That's not really how it works, Bubba.
It doesn't how it
goes. It starts off as being friends for years.
Where do you get that from? Half these chicks that are getting pregnant are not getting pregnant by dudes that's been their friends. What world do you live in, my brother?
Listen, bro. Listen, I'm telling you, it starts from being friends, right? For example, we've already talked about getting into the military. That we are friends. Well, let's just say since high school. Now that I'm into this, you already understand what this could be. You already understand my job. You understand the role.
So she knew what she signed up for.
Did she?
So how? Yes, she did.
Let me explain something to you, DJ. Someone really don't understand until they understand. She thought she understood, and when you went away, she figured out, I don't understand. This is the purpose of vetting these women the same way they should vet the men. This is the purpose of it. A lot of us are trying to apply biblical principles to girlfriends and not wives. It doesn't work, because when you have a wife that you vetted, when you have a wife that you two are definitely on the same accord, where she's tapped into God and so are you, it's a different foundation than you just saying, you've been my friend since high school, I'm gonna go away, I'm feeling you, you're feeling me, listen, let's make this work. Sometimes it does. Most times it doesn't.
Okay. Most time it does. Okay.
I said, no, sometimes it does, most times it doesn't.
Sometimes it does, most time it doesn't. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Gotcha.
Because I counsel a lot of guys that are in the service, and they have that same breakdown as you. Maybe not exact as you, but they say the same thing. I'm going out there defending the country and their freedoms, and she's out here doing such and such. And then when I sit there and say, okay, brother, you're totally correct. How long were you dating this chick? 7 months, 8 months, and you wanted her to sign on for you being away for 2 years?
Like I said, bro, like we've discussed it already.
Right, but a lot of people say they're in it, but when they are in it, you know how many people I know say I'm ready to die, and then when the gun is put to their face, their whole demeanor changes. The whole demeanor changes. I understand your point, man. You know, you guys have seen things a lot of people won't. We've seen things on the streets. We've seen people you guys have gone voluntarily to go fight in war. That's crazy. And we thank you for that. These women don't understand that. You didn't understand it until you got into it. You thought you understood it. It's different than when it's in a laboratory than when it's not theory, when it's actual fact. When you actually got bullets flying over your head, it's a different thought process than when you're in boot camp. You know that as well as I do.
Well, it's like Mike Tyson. It's like what Mike Tyson says. You know, everybody got a plan until you get punched in the face.
Right.
So when you're gone and she can't talk to you, but maybe twice a week or whatever it was, that's when she realizes this is real. Damn, my man is gone. He's gone. That's when it hits reality. That's when it's done. So know,
whoa, what is that?
Is that laundry?
My bad, y'all. Yeah, that was me.
Shout out to laundry.
Okay, finish it was. Dan Bolo. I'm sorry.
No, you were speaking.
No. You go ahead.
Well, let me add this real quick. So Bolo, because you sound like a man that, you know, you're older, more seasoned, more experienced, more wise. What do you think is an issue that maybe can help improve in Western society? These issues.
This is what I say, man, and this is what I'm teaching my daughters, because I got two. Freedom in this world is a curse. America is a curse.
Okay.
When you're free in this country, it makes you more of a slave, because there's no parameters in which you operate in. There's nothing that is guiding you. There is no guiding light. See, when I meet my woman, there's a decorum that I'm going to meet her in. I run my life biblically to the best of my ability. So that's what I'm going to vet her through. I'm going to vet her through that. And I'm going to be very harsh with it. And what I mean harsh is I'm going to be very strict. This is what it is. Now, we understand that we're in the world, right? I understand that. Modern women and traditional women are two different thought processes. A modern woman is about getting hers. A traditional woman understands her position in the household, doesn't change her from being a career woman, doesn't change her from having a PhD. She knows that all of those things are for the greater good, which is bringing the spoils back home to the family. So a traditional woman is able to be tenacious in those situations. The same thing as a traditional man. He understands how to go into the world and be tenacious and how to move around the world and get to where he needs to be. He understands this. So you have to be true to yourself, Marcus. It starts with you. Because once I know what my value is, understand, again, I'm going to say it, your vibe attracts your tribe. These women are going to see that you're no nonsense. Ask the questions. Ma, check this out. Time is short, and that's the one thing we waste a whole lot of, and we have so little of in quantity. I'm looking for a wife. Someone's going to hold my children. Someone I can trust and someone I can roll with. Are you that type of material? Now, a woman that's on that type of time is going to look at you, Marcus, and go, hell yeah. Now y'all can walk these dogs. Okay, this is what I'm doing. A woman is supposed to tap into your dream. You're the head. You're the one driving the car. She taps into you. You give her something, she multiplies it. She's your pillar of rest, not your pillar of stress. But see, we're not picking with our spirit. We're not picking the women we need. We're picking the women we want. That's a difference. We're picking 9s and 10s. And I'll guarantee you, if you do the math, the 9s and 10s are not the ones being married. It's the 6s and the 7s. And maybe the 8s are getting married. The 9s and 10s are problems. They're problems.
Bolo, can I build?
Please, Bill, baby.
All the 9 to 10.
Can I build real quick, y'all?
Hold on, man. I'm messing with you,
absolutely
man.
right. Most 9s and 10s. You're absolutely right.
Let me build. Because here's the thing. Like, I think what everybody's speaking to, what Bolo's speaking to, what we all speaking to, even what I'm speaking to, I think we are speaking to a small percentage, right? We're speaking up to a small percentage of what we believe is correct, right? You know, that's why I said I also think why the divorce rate is so high. Yes, I do agree, Bolo, that I think there may be too much freedom, possibly, but I also think it's another issue. I think for us, I'm talking about people of color, us. I think because we don't have an identity as well. Our culture, our language, who we are has been stripped from us. And we've indoctrinated a different culture, a different religion, a different everything. And we've been told this is what you have to believe. This is what you have to think. This is what you have to do and follow. You know what I'm saying? So based on that, because we've been given that, we can't follow it. The monogamy that the oppressor has set up for us, it doesn't work for us. It just doesn't. And I'm not saying that polygamy is the answer either. What I'm saying is that, and shout out to OG Patrice because she talked about this. She did her research on her family, her tribe, and where she was from. She did her research. And when she did her research, she found out what religion they followed. She followed, everything else. And she was able to study and she adopted, those customs. You know what I'm saying? And I think we have to do more of that as a society. We gotta adapt the customs of where we really are from. You know what I'm saying? We gotta connect back to our origin, back to our root. Now, I don't know what that means for everybody. That may mean something different for everybody up here. But I really do believe that what we're doing now, it's not working because, like you said, maybe it's too much freedom. And maybe it's just us not really knowing who we are. And we got to go back to find out who we are so that we can pick the right mate or mates, because I'm not going to say the poly community, mate or mates or genders that we believe is right for us. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to say.
And it also starts with the fracturing of the family. It starts with the fracturing. Like I say all the time, masculinity and femininity is perfectly made for each other. When you start dissecting them and start giving them different attributes, this is when things start to break down. In the eyes of God, men and women are created equal. But in the eyes of God, men and women are not created equal in purpose. They're just not. God loves the eagle as much as he loves the mouse, but he created the eagle to eat the mouse. So once we all know what our purpose is and we all know our defined purposes, then things will work back. But because you got baseball players trying to be hockey players and hockey players trying to be basketball players, it just doesn't work.
It's a system built for the man to fail.
I mean, it could be at times. Oh, he said the system built for the man to fail.
Listen, hold on.
After I answer this question, I got to take a food break, y'all. So Eddie, drive real quick, okay?
Yeah.
But yeah, I just want to say at times it could be. You know what I'm saying? It just depends. You know what I'm saying? It could be. I think for us, yeah, it was never built for us. So of course, if it's not built for us, then we're gonna fail.
Right.
So yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. So Bolo, what do you think?
I do think that there is a systematic attack on masculinity. I do agree with you.
There we go. There we go. Yes, there we go. Finally, we got something.
I never disagreed with you. I never disagreed with you on it. I never disagreed with you on it. However, because there is a systemic attack on masculinity, it doesn't give us the right to drive left. That should encourage us more to drive right. This is why the brotherhood is so needed. Right? This is why when you say to a brother, DJ, that he can't cry and he's weak, that brother shies away from you.
I didn't say he couldn't. I didn't say. I said that he shouldn't.
But that's my point. When you say, okay, so I rephrase. When you say he shouldn't, right? Everyone is brought up differently, so you don't cry, which is
you're
cool.
absolutely right.
But you're not making yourself readily available for that brother that will.
But Bolo,
even though you may say, "Nah, I don't subscribe to that way of life. I'm good. I don't do that." But I'm sorry, brother.
That's what I want to ask you. Why does something have to be wrong with me because I don't cry?
I'm not saying I didn't say something was wrong with you. What I said,
no, I'm saying, do you believe that?
I don't believe that you're wrong. I'm saying to you that when a brother does, again, you're raised A, I'm raised B. Okay. If I'm saying to you, I need my brother, but my brother is saying to me, men shouldn't cry. You just said that I can't come to you and cry by making that statement. That's what I'm saying to you.
Oh, no. I didn't say you. I didn't say you could come.
No, I listen to the analogy I'm giving you.
I'm just saying in general.
In general, that's what I'm saying.
Right.
Let's take you out of it. If I say men shouldn't cry, man, straight up, men shouldn't do that. That's a sign of weakness. Men shouldn't cry. Men should man up. And Mr. Best in the World got my personal jack box. He got my personal jack number, right? Do you think if Mr. Best in the World wants to cry on someone's shoulder, do you think he's gonna call me?
No.
Why?
Why should he have to call you to cry?
You missed my point. Because there are gonna be time. Okay, soldiers can only understand. Listen, I can't understand in most situations what you and Marcus been through, right? Because you and Marcus been to war, literal war.
Yes, sir.
So there are going to be things that only you two can understand when you speak. When you speak to each other, a tear might come down his eye and he might say, yo, I seen some of my people die. You can tap into that.
No, you're right.
You can lean on your shoulder for that.
That's fine. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I'm not disagreeing with you.
So
but
what I'm
talking about as far as being in a relationship.
What I'm saying to you is, but see, that's my point, DJ. I can't put my strength on somebody else because I don't know what his capacity is. His capacity of 10 might be my capacity of 8. Everyone has a different tipping pool. So I can't look at you and tell you, man up. You might be from a different lifestyle that you know what I'm saying? In other words, you come from the military. So there's a certain type of thought process you have. And when you try to bring that into a civilian lifestyle, they don't equate. It doesn't make sense. So you have to desensitize yourself from where you were to where you are now. Because when you're in the military, everyone has direction. Everyone has focus. When you're in the civilian world, everyone don't. You need to be patient. In the military world, there is no patience. They beat that out of y'all in boot camp. You see a problem, you isolate that problem, you figure out that problem, and you go fix it. Everyone don't have that training. So when you coming from, depending on how long you've been there, you sit there and you're desensitized to people having no patience, people not having that thought process, people not having that guidance. You two have had that guidance. That's the point that I'm trying to make to you. You've been given structure. A lot of us haven't. So when you come back into the civilian world, you're looking at these cats like, yo, what's wrong with y'all? Well, you've been given something that we haven't. So what you need to do, you ever seen that movie, The Spook Who Sat Next to the Door?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you see my point now?
Yeah.
You see my point, right?
Gotcha.
And everybody that was in there thought he was off. But what did he do? He took that knowledge that he learned from the CIA and brought it back to the hood. And he was patient. Your God is patient with you. You mess up every day. Every day you mess up. And every day he forgives you. How dare you not be able to forgive someone? How dare you not be able to have the same patience that he has with you with someone else? So when someone else is saying, I know you don't cry, but I need a shoulder to cry on. How dare you not make your shoulder available? How dare you? This brother might be at that point of self-deletion. Let me give you this example, man. In 9/11, these people jumped out of the window. 108 stories. They jumped out of the window. Not because they wanted to, but they wanted that fire, that pain to stop. What do you think a mental illness and depression is? They don't want to self-delete. They just want the pain to stop. But they don't have anyone to talk to. They isolate themselves. And they want the pain to stop. And anyone that they go to, when they have that attitude of, nah, I don't want it, man, you being weak, man. Get your act together, man. Be a man. That's not what they want to hear. So you know what they do? The only way to stop this pain, again, they don't want to self-delete, bro. DJ, they don't. The only way they know how to stop it is by ending it. That's the point of what I'm trying to say to you. I understand that you don't cry. That's cool. That's how you run your life. But your brother may need your shoulder to cry on. Don't you dare not offer it to him. That's the only point that I'm trying to make. So when you say a man should not cry, you just told me I can't come cry to you. That's what you just told me by that statement. That's what I pick up. Now, if you say the way I run my life, I don't cry, man. You know what I'm saying? I was in the military. They taught me, they put me in a thought process to figure things out. Now, there's extremes when I do, but for the simplistic things, I don't. You're still leaving that door open for a man to come to you and say, yo, DJ, man, I understand it. I need you to help me get to where you at. That's the point. Leave that door open for someone to reach out to you and say, brother, I need you. That's the problem within our community, because you're looked at as a punk, you're weak, you're a sucker, you're all these different things. And it doesn't make sense to me, because if you have a broken leg, you go see the doctor, they put a cast. I don't understand. If you have a mental illness, why is it looked upon as being broken, messed up, bad, this and that, if you go to a therapist or if you get help? The first thing I'm going to want to do is talk to my brother. He goes through what I'm going through. When I see Marcus, I see my brother.
That's what it is. It's what it is, my man.
So if I want to call DJ and say, yo, Duke, man, B, let me explain something to you, man. I'm just having a hard time with life right now. Your response for me shouldn't be, man, you need to man up and be a man.
Hold on, wait. I would listen. That wouldn't be my response. That wouldn't be my response to you.
I'm not saying you would. I'm just giving you a hypothetical example.
Yeah.
That should not be the response. The response should be like, brother, talk to me. What's going on? Because sometimes I may not want to break then. I just may need to just get my edge off, right?
You want to go sit down and talk somewhere else?
Hey, you know what? Bolo, I am willing to communicate. I am willing to talk. I never said I was going to push the individual away or anything. I'm not saying that you said that
right.
You know that, but I'm just saying, I'm making it clear, like I wouldn't do that, you know.
Right. And I just want everyone to understand that, because it, you know, again, you know, we have to always self-introspect. Self-introspection is so important. So when I put myself in that wheelchair, it made me see things from a different level, man. It made me understand things and how we take things for granted, you know? So when I spoke to him, first thing I did was apologize, because I was giving him advice from my perspective and not his. And we do that so often. That's why empathy and sympathy is so important, because it's not about you. It's about that person that you're speaking to.
Can I add a point to you, Bolo?
Oh yeah, please, Marcus.
And I think that's a great point that I was trying to make earlier. You made it sound more passionate. What you just said right now, the way I said it earlier was more simpler, I guess. But what you said was perfect, because the empathy and the sympathy, this compassion that we give, sometimes we give to the wrong person. And I think sometimes that's where the person feels hurt, feels like they can't trust that person anymore. They don't feel like opening up anymore. And that's why they sometimes hold things and bottle things up. And I think that's just a great point you brought up. But continue. My bad. I apologize.
Yeah.
Can I say something real quick? Because I'm going to leave. Bolo, I appreciate what you were just saying. Just because I feel like somebody that's watching or will watch will hear what you said, and what you said will really speak to somebody. So I appreciate what you said. I think it is very good, because it just reminds us that we have to be very mindful of what we say, and how it can be interpreted to other people. So I'm about to leave, but that was just really, really good. So definitely something that I think is going to speak to people if they're watching it now or if they watch it later on. I think it's going to speak to somebody. So appreciate your words. So I'm about to leave you guys. Everybody have a good night.
Good night, darling. Good night.
Good night. Good night, First Lady Tammy.
Man, listen, it's been, Mr. Best in the World, brother. I love you, man. I want to thank you for having me up here. Eddie, we started off rocky, but we finally got there. We there together.
Finally got there.
Mr. Marcus,
love you too, bro.
Love you too, man. Mr. Marcus, man, it was awesome.
Shout out to Bolo TV.
Hey, good night to Tammy too. But yeah, we gonna
much love, Bolo.
Listen,
we're gonna close out because everybody mostly left, so we might as well close out.
Yeah, we definitely. My channel is built on depression, man. Especially dealing with a lot of men and women that has gone to the service and have come back, and it's hard to transition. It sounds like you two guys have transitioned better than some of them, but it's hard for them to transition from a structured world. It's like coming out of jail. You know what I'm saying? The world is structured in jail, and then when you come out, no one is telling you not to do anything. You got to figure it out yourself. It's hard to get there. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, man, I love you all, brothers.
Hold on, Bolo. I'm closing out. So I'm gonna put the spotlight on you first, because I know you got to go. Then I'm gonna go to Marcus, then Eddie, then me.
Respect to you, Bolo. Respect, man.
Appreciate it.
So Bolo, let him know who you are. Let him know where they can find you.
Thank you. Bolo TV, The Village. It's a channel that talks about mental illness and depression, spiritual injuries, connecting you back to God, and getting you on point. And it's a place where you're safe. It's a place where you can come and talk about your ailments. You could talk about your weaknesses, your strengths. It doesn't matter what it is. If you need Bibles, we send them to you free. Personal alarms for the women, because walking these streets nowadays is dangerous, and counseling. So if you want to come through, we're on Wednesdays and Fridays, 9:30, and we read the scriptures at 6:40 every morning. So see you guys there, and love each other and love yourself first.
Man, Bolo, love you, brother. Most definitely. Thank you so much.
Blessed night, everybody.
Blessed night, brother.
Peace out, Bolo. Man, shout out to Knowledge and Relationships. Hit the link, like, share, and subscribe to both K&R. Buy the merch when they have the merch. DJ the King, I appreciate you too, my brother. Yes, Mr. Sir. Best, nothing but love and support and respect from both y'all. Bolo TV, thank you for taking the time and gracing us with your knowledge and wisdom. Everybody else that was on the panel, in the chat, just keep it simple and keep it moving, and God bless and much love.
Definitely. Much love, Marcus. Our music producer, DJ King.
Yes. I know it got a little heated earlier, y'all, but I want to say, to all the chat, man, thank you for coming. Shout out to all y'all, shout out to those that's also not here, like Colin. Shout out to you, man. Thrasher, I don't know where y'all at, but shout out to everybody, man. Every single body.
Asparun.
Man. Shout out to Marcus. Mr. Best in the World. Shout out to you, man. It was a little fire. It was a little fire, man. But we got through it because, I guess it was a little misunderstanding, but we got there together, man.
please everybody, like and subscribe to Knowledge Relationship. Not like and subscribe also to the Intellectual Soapbox. Also like and subscribe to DJ Eddie King. Pretty soon, starting in June, I will have my own show. That's a surprise. Starting in June, not June 1st, but maybe like June 3rd or 4th. But that's coming also. Yes. So,
congratulations.
Yeah, man.
Congratulations.
Thank you, man. And shout out to Janae for coming up here, man. Thank you, Janae, for joining. Shout out to you as well. M3, whatever you are, man. Shout out to you.
Happy birthday, Janae,
Queen.
too.
Happy birthday. Oh, yeah. Happy birthday, Janae. Shout out to Queen and everybody else. Truth is never favored. Please like and subscribe to his channel. Daryl Long, please like and subscribe to his channel, man. And shout out to Sophia, Princess K, all y'all, man. All y'all. But that's it.
Shout out to M3, by the way. My bad.
Yeah.
Shout out to M3 too. Thank you.
Baby bash. Nah, I'm just playing.
Hey man, listen, thank you for everybody in the chat land. Thanks for everybody jumping on the panel. We want to thank everybody, man. Brother Razik, Bolo, Darrell, QB, Queen, First Lady Tammy, Janae, happy birthday. You know what I'm saying? Definitely Marcus as well. Truth, Blood In. Also want to thank, my team, got to focus on the team, man. First Lady Tammy, music producer DJ Eddie King.
Yeah.
Damo, free Damo. Damo, you at free Damo.
Free Damo. I'm at to bail you out again, Dom. I'm at to bail you out again.
She in jail again. She's always in jail.
Always.
Damo life, shout out to myself as well. And shout out to the greatest leader in YouTube and 3. And I am the network manager for Knowledge and Relationship. Catch me at MR Best in the World 1984 on Instagram. Also catch me on Intellectual Soapbox tomorrow with QB. We're gonna have our conversation. It's gonna be dope. DJ Eddie's channel is coming in June. Y'all look out for it. Okay, we got a lot we working on before we take a break. We gonna definitely take a break in July. Cause we need we need some time to chill, y'all. Right? We love y'all, but we need some time to chill.
Yes, sir.
With that being said, you know what I mean? And we'll be back in August, maybe about August. We'll be back around August. We wanna put our feet in some sand, man. You know what I mean? Summertime is here. It's approaching. June 20th is the first day of summer. You know what I mean? So yeah, hopefully y'all getting y'all summer gear right too, man. All right. Hopefully y'all getting your summer gear right.
Yes.
But yeah, y'all. With that being said, much love to y'all. Peace to Chatland. Thank y'all for going crazy in the chat and on the panel. Much love. This was a great session, part 2. And definitely make sure you leave a comment once we close so we can big up the algorithm, as well as please go back and watch the first video. Watch all our videos, all right? You know what I mean? With that, peace, love y'all, and good night.
Have a good night.
DJ.